Hello and welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for Leo. I'm Julia Mijas.
And I'm Jamie Kale Miller. Well, let's start with career themes and finance themes for you this month, Leo. I've mentioned in more than one horoscope recently that Jupiter has been giving you a career luck year, which is a fabulous thing, and it happens only about every 12 years. It's really important to take advantage of it. And while a horoscope can't tell you exactly when this is going to end, it's still there's definitely still time to take advantage of this sometime between now and May. It should end for you sometime in May. So there will be some final bursts of luck and opportunity coming your way. You want to keep your eyes open for them. And Saturn this month, and actually over about a 2.5 year period, is pressuring you to take more responsibility for your debt and to work to pay down your debt and to reduce your obligations and to show more integrity in your, let's call them entanglements of all kinds, whether that's intimate relationships or financial ones. So Saturn and Jupiter are working really hard together on your behalf to bring down your debt and to build up your career. And this month is a really good time to take advantage of the final stretch of that opportunity period before Jupiter leaves your 10th house and is no longer in sextile with Saturn. So I also want to point out that the Sun and Mercury are going to show up in your 8th house later on this month. And that will also bring some attention to your financial realm and will really make you want to, do maybe a little detective work about how your finances are going on a deeper level and to handle maybe some, I guess I want to call them like financial compulsions that you might have, and to really look into those. So there's a Virgo new moon, a full moon coming on February 23rd. That's going to land in your second house, and it may have you asking, how much of my money do I use for my immediate needs or desires versus how much do I invest in the people or instruments that I think will benefit me in the long term? So how much do I save versus how much do I share, perhaps? And if you've been listening to Saturn and working to bring your debt down, so you might have the urge during this full moon to do some shopping therapy, because you might feel like, oh, I've been working so hard at that. Maybe I could splurge and go buy that Mitsubishi. Well, maybe not. So think about these things carefully and on your own scale, whatever that is. And so bring a little of caution to any of that, self-indulgent self-care that you might genuinely want to do, and just try to make it, not break the bank. I'm not saying don't do self-care. I'm a big fan of self-care, but when it breaks the bank, not so much.
Mm.
Hey, Julia, what's up for relationships with the Leos of the world?
Oh my God, Jamie, so much is going on with Leo and relationships this month.
True
We got
enough.
to break this down. You
Yeah.
have so much activity happening in your seventh house of long-term relationship and partnership. It can rule your business partners too. So if you currently are single and you're just focused on your business partnership, this definitely still applies to you. I mean, we have the sun in there, which is always a big focus wherever the sun is. It kind of illuminates that area of life for us. And then we also have Mercury, the planet that rules your mind, Mars, the planet of activity, Venus, the planet of luck, all happening in there, as well as a new moon on February 9th. So
Mm.
let me break it down even more. That new moon means that there's a new cycle happening in your relationships. If you're currently single and you've been dating around, something could possibly solidify at this time, especially with Venus and the new moon in there. Wouldn't be surprising. And if you're currently in a long-term relationship, then this is a time where you guys are starting a new cycle together regardless. Maybe you're having to have a fresh start somewhere. This is a time to kind of negotiate your needs with somebody else and make a change if you need to. And speaking of change, Pluto has just entered your seventh house as well. It's going to be there for many, many years. It'll take one last dip into your sixth house before then, but this is a major shift that's happening for you over the coming years in terms of what your relationship needs are. If you're single, you might go from relationship to relationship until you find somebody that is really going to be that transformational change for you, because your own needs are just deepening. They're changing. You want more intimacy. You want more psychological merging with Pluto coming in here. And anything superficial, even if it's currently happening in your relationship now or the people you're dating, those are not going to really do it for you. So it's kind of like go deep or go home with Pluto in the seventh house, and that's a whole cycle you're embarking on. I love that Venus is also in there because she is bringing some harmony to all this transformational new energy that's going on here. But a really big focus for you on your relationships now, Leo, and I'm excited for you because Pluto can get us on track with what we really need, but we got to be honest with ourselves and with our partner during this time. Well, that's all we have for you today. And if you enjoyed this horoscope, please do hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tell your friends about us.
Find our site at pandoraastrology.com to get a reading with one of us, and find us on Patreon for workshops and classes. And we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.